This clip is brought to you by VegasWinners.com. Get expert sports betting advice from some of the best handicappers in the world. Head on over to VegasWinners.com and win yourself some money.
Gennaro Gonzalez is up next, JR. He said, who do you think would be the star and leader of AEW in the next 5 years with all the talent AEW has? And he gives you his picks. His picks are Adam Cole, MJF, and Adam Page. Who do you like, and who do you think? And maybe, you know, just like you did with the agent question, who are a couple guys that you see, man, next 5 years just could be huge, huge stars?
Well, based on aptitude and not eliminating anybody from the process, I could see Adam Cole certainly being one of those guys. Smart kid, got a great mind for the business. He's young, he's healthy. MJF, without a doubt, he's got a terrific wrestling mind. He knows how to be annoying. He's very easy to dislike, which is the greatest trait a wrestling villain can have. So I have great confidence that he's going to be a star for years to come, and a big one. I like Adam Page. Is certainly he is in the main event at the next pay-per-view, and so he's got another opportunity to take another step up and look at it all, survey all the landscape. I think Jungle Boy Jack Perry is going to be one of our leaders and one of our stars for the future, long-term future. Darby Allin is over. Somehow, some way, he's a strange enigma, kind of like Jeff Hardy was. So those guys, I like the two fellas on Scorpio and
Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page.
Yeah, Ethan Page. Both those guys got leadership written all over them. So it's hard to say, but here's the good news about this deal. So I don't know if I gave Gennaro, what's his name?
Who asked the question?
Yeah,
Gennaro Gonzalez.
Yeah, I didn't give him a good answer, Gennaro, but nonetheless, the good news is we have several guys that could assume that role because of their aptitude for pro wrestling and the fact that they feel so much a part of building this brand from the foundation up. And I can tell you from experience, because I never dreamed it, in my mid-60s, I would get back and go to work for a startup. And it's been the best professional move I've made.
I was going to say, no regrets, right?
No, hell no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I like Tony Khan's great to work for, and things are going on in our company are exciting. You know, these young guys have very few worked before the crowds that we're drawing, and they don't want to stop. And I talk to them about that all the time. You know, well, you got as much to say about the audience returning next week on TV as anybody else. So maximize your minutes. And most of them are doing that.
One of your female fans, Jessica, has a question, and she says, how has your friendship with the Rhodes brothers and their late father impacted your time at AEW?
Well, I'm really, I'm a major fan, have been forever, of Dusty. Dusty and I are great friends. We argued about a lot of things, especially OU Texas football. He hated Oklahoma, and he loved Texas. But seeing the success that Dustin's having at this stage, he's 50, I think, is heartwarming. I know Dusty would be very, very proud of him. Cody is a lot like Dusty. The acorn doesn't fall from the tree. You'll always see these random tweets where Dusty's doing a soft drink commercial or a pizza commercial. Dusty loved that stuff. Dusty really wanted to have a role on Deadwood. And I think he may have auditioned for something. We talked a lot about that. But we both are big Deadwood fans. So we had that to talk about too. But I think he may have got a look for something on Deadwood. And it may have been the role of the captain. The captain was the heater for one of the heels, and who had a big showdown fight in a thoroughfare with my buddy Earl Brown, who was Dan Doherty. And so I just think he'd be proud of him. And Cody's following his footsteps. Like Cody's has interest in, as we know, that his reality show, and I'm sure he's looking at other things. So I think that would be one reason that the fans sense that he has not prioritized them at the top of his list. I don't know that to be true, but if people were going to make up all kinds of shit anyway,
right?
I don't know if he's going to turn heel or he isn't. Doesn't matter to me. And don't tell me. Just do it. Just do it and let us react as we would naturally. But it's been good. It gives me the opportunity to see Cody's mom and Michelle, or Shelly, as the Dream would say, Shelly. And I've been around his sister Teal.
Yeah, she's a spitfire.
She's a character. Yeah, a lot of personality.
She's on Roads to the Top, that new their new reality show, and she's a fun personality.
I think she's a good character on that show.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. They're still in their dad's business, the family business. They're still in different ways. I can tell you this: a lot of our female talent would not be nearly as confident as they are, and a lot of them got a long way to go. Self-admittedly, they would not be where they are if it hadn't been for Dustin. He's got a lot of patience, and he works his ass off to try to help them get better. And Cody just got so many irons in the fire. And somewhere down the road, the rubber meets the road, and you got to figure out what you're going to be, fish or foul. But I don't think it's time to make that decision whatsoever.
There you go.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't believe this is real, but we not only got a handicapper, but we got the best ever. How are you so good at handicapping these games? I mean, 4-0, that's quite a streak already.
Well, let's talk about every pick I've given this year in the NFL as an example. 23-8. Every pick I've given this year. 4 weeks in the bag, 23-8. There's nobody in the country that can match what I do, but I always make sure, because anybody, Conrad, could make up anything. They could tell you and blow smoke and tell you, oh, I'm the greatest. But I am independently monitored and documented, so nobody could ever question what I say and go, I don't believe it. I send every pick to an independent monitoring and documentation service that has to get the pick before the game goes off and then publishes it after the game goes off so anybody can see what I gave. But this is the best start I've ever had. I've never been this good to start a season. You don't win every week, 4 weeks in a row, everything you put out. It's been the kind of year I've had. So get on a hot streak, because when a guy's on a hot streak like me, you want to ride it. I've always had a talent for picking winners. Never quite as hot as I am right now, but I've always been very good at it. And I think it's because I do more homework than anybody else. The average guy or gal watching this podcast, they don't have time. They have a career. They have jobs. They might read the newspaper or go online and see something, but they don't have time 80 hours a week to study the games. That's what I do. And I have a crew of guys behind me, my consultants, who every week we get together 3 times a week, and they throw their ideas at me. I throw my ideas at them. And then I pick the final 5 plays on Saturday and Sunday in college and pro football. So, I've got a great team behind me too, but we're all doing together hundreds of hours of homework. So you don't have to. It's all at vegaswinners.com.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm going to vegaswinners.com right now. Let's win some money.
All right. Good question there, Rory. Shattered is up next, and he says, is the commentary team for AEW given more free reign than they would perhaps in any other companies, more specifically WWE?
Oh yeah, obviously, without a doubt. I think you can tell that by listening to us. We're not heavily produced. Tony drops in every now and then, helps us out with some new info, or how he wants something repositioned, something like that. But as far as giving us creative things to say, none at all. It's just us. We sink or swim. So we got a lot more creative freedom, and that's really a blessing. It makes the job a lot more fun.
JR, after you call a show, maybe a Dynamite or a pay-per-view, is there any kind of post-show scrum or any kind of conversation? Hey, guys, none of that type of stuff. Let's get together. Nope. Okay.
Nope. If there's something happens during the show that we didn't handle correctly or we need to refine or take another look at, the meetings last 5 minutes.
Okay.
But normally we're done. Everybody disperses.
Gotcha.
So, no, when the hay's in the barn, it's in the barn. All we can do is try to be better next week, and that's always my goal, to be better than I was last week. But, no, we don't. It's a very casual place.
The only feedback you get is when you fire up your Twitter machine.
Yeah. Right.
All right.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.